Morning guys, hope we're all having a good Saturday morning. We're going to do the stretch session today. So for those of you that are new, it is just a nice full body session to loosen you out, relax you out and leave you ready after the full week of work that we have done. So the only thing you really need is a mat for this here. You're just going to stand in position, relax yourself, just relax the body, let the shoulders drop. Imagine that the head has been pulled up to the ceiling by a piece of string, so it's just sort of relaxing as your shoulders fall down. Deep breaths. And then we're going to start a little bit of movement in this here, just to sort of bring things through the body. So we're going to start just from the top down. We're going to start with the head, so just small turn to one side. Back to center, small turn to the other side, so we're getting a stretch down through the neck. Breathing as we do it, so breathe out. Take a breath in, breathe out. Breathe in back to center, breathe out, as you turn. Breathe in back to center, breathe out as you turn. From that center, we're going to go into half circles, so half circle down round. Same thing the other way. So we're not doing a full circle. Half circle down round. Same thing other way. Giving a nice stretch through the front and back of that neck. Because the neck's involved in a lot of stabilizing exercises like sit-ups, hollow body holds, things like that. The neck's working. Then we're doing upright rows and exercises. Shoulder presses. So I like to loosen the neck out for people. Plus people sit on their phones a lot, so the back of the neck leading down into the shoulders is usually tight. Relax that. That's what we're going to do for the neck. It's just down front. Just push down. You can add a little bit of a stretch to that if you need. And then look up, stretch back. Push your chin forward as you do this. Back down and breathe. Back up, chin forward. Breathe. And chin forward. Then we're moving into the shoulders, just big, deep shoulder rolls. Relax that out. Forward. One more. We're going to extend that, just start bringing them in. Good deep shoulder rolls. Even this will pull through into the lats, down your back, shoulders, neck. One more. Back the other way. Breathe through it. So let's get through the shoulders, also getting a little bit into the pec. We're going to do the pec next. So just hands up. What we're going to do is going to reach out, bring it back in. Reach out, bring it back in. We're going to extend this into that lower back and waist as well. So reach out, back in, reach out, back in. Now we're going to extend it, reach out, back in. So we're bringing in that lower back. Breathe. One more each side. Last one. Back to center. We're going to get into those lats now and down into your obliques. So we're just going to reach up, bring it back down to center, reach up through, bring it back down to center. Breathe. Bring it back down in. Breathe. Back down in. One more. Let's get the good stretch. Lats down and try not to twist as you're doing. So try not to rotate forward as you're doing. Other side. So when you do it, don't rotate. Keep your chest facing forward. Reach back down now. So we're always doing this through movement. Just like a warm-up, just to bring your down through. And we'll add into the stretches once we get further into it, we get a little bit more warm up. One more. From there, we're moving on to the hips. Hands and hips, feet shoulder distance apart, planted on the floor, and we're just going to circles. It's good big long circles with the hips. Don't move the head. Circle the hips out and round. Back the other way. One more. Relax that. Feet back to the floor. Bring the feet together. Moving onto the knees and ankles from here. So just hands on top of the thighs, semicircle down round. We're keeping our heels on the floor as we do it. So small circles. So this is a mix between stretching, this is a mix between the warm-ups we would have done in kickboxing for mobility work, and this is a mix between some of the things that we would do in Pilates as well. The next exercise after the next one is a roll down, which we will do to usually start off other way. So you'll see some things that you may have done before and other things you may not. Two more. Last one. Bring it up. So point the toe, and then we're circling the ankles. Opposite way. So do big circles with the heel, toe stays on the floor. Then change. Circles. Other way. Relax that. So if you have a mat, bring it to the back of the mat. We're going to do a roll down. So from this, we're going to tuck the chin, start collapsing the shoulders, collapse the rib cage, roll yourself down through. We're not pushing it back like a deadlift here, where we're doing this here. We actually want to collapse the body right the way down through. So the spine's folding in on itself. Bring that down. And then bring it back up. Head being the last to come up. So nice and slow, 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 slow. Stand up tall, relax the neck, relax the shoulders, head getting pulled up. Take a breath in to prepare, and then breathe out and collapse down through. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, bring it down in. Breathe in. And then breathe out on the way back up. Breath in to prepare. And breathe. Collapse down through that ribs. Collapse down through the lower rib cage, through the abdominals, lower and down through. Just getting straight through that back, into the glutes, hamstrings. Feeling everything relax. Breathe in, prepare. Breathe out, collapse down through. Do two more. Breathe it in, collapse down through. Keep that going. And with each one, you should feel that stretching out and loosening down through from all the work we've done this week. Last one, breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, collapse down through. And this time when we go down, we're going to walk it out into just a on the belly position. So just walk that out. And then we'll bring it down onto the floor. So from there we're going to stretch up to the abdominals. So we can have, I'll just move myself that. A bit of heat here. We can have Sphinx pose, hands underneath here. And then you stretch up, squeeze the glutes from this. We can have the hands underneath. And then you reach up, squeezing the glutes. But we're lengthening the spine. And pushing away with the head and spine from this, and then we come down. And so either that suits from this to give yourselves a good stretch through the abdominals. As you do it, push your pelvis and pubic bone into the floor. And squeeze the glutes hard. So breathe. So I'm pushing my pelvis into the floor as I squeeze the glutes. Back down in. And then as I breathe, the top of my head's getting pushed away. Back down in. Breathe up. Back down. Breathe up. Back down. Really sit back into a stretch. So sitting right back on your heels, letting the heels of our hands get pulled forward so that it's pulling down through the lats into the upper back. Breathe deep. Then bring it up onto all fours. From that all four position, we're going to go into a cat camel from here. So we are going to push up as high as we can, really driving that rib cage up and pushing our upper shoulder blades up into the ceiling. And then we're going to come the opposite direction, tailbone up into the air, upper back into the air, belly button shoved into the floor. And then bring it through. And then back down. Bring up in. Back down in. Bring up through. Back down in. Really breathing the whole way through these movements and then back up in. And last one back. From there, keep that planted. We're going to put the right hand fist to the temple. We're going to rotate our shoulder down, and then we're going to rotate our shoulder back up. Rotate our shoulder down. So everything else is static. Shoulder back up. So we're rotating here as if we're reaching through, and then we're rotating up as if we're reaching up. You can add this into it, but for most people, starting off for the fist of the temple is enough for that lower back and thoracic spine. One more, really reaching up to the ceiling. And I get that elbow opened up, change hands, same thing other side, fist, so I'm rotating through, so my chest is starting to face under. And then I rotate so my chest is facing the opposite wall. So the mistake people make here is they flap the arm and don't move the body. Or this here is moving, they're dipping down and they're coming up. It's a rotation from here. So rotate, rotate up, rotate through, rotate up. And so we're going to widen the knees. We're going to sit back into that stretch again. Good deep breaths. Let the arms get pulled forward out of the socket. From this position, we're going to put the right hand to the outside of your mat. We're going to put the left hand on top of it, and then we're going to sit back to get a lat stretch. So this is going to pull down through that lat. And so once you get this position, sit back, breathe. So you're going to get a pull through down into the side of the body and to your lats. Breathe. Bring it up, back to center. Change hands. Opposite hand on. I'm going to get this pull the whole way down through here. Sit back, breathe. And then we'll bring that up. Plant the hands underneath again. Plant the feet in a push-up position. Widen them out very slightly, and then we're going to push the butt into the air from here, keeping the legs straight so that we're getting a stretch to the back of the hamstrings down into the calves as you push your heels into the floor. And then when you get up on the top of the position, don't think about pushing your head through. Think about pushing your shoulder blades through your arms. Here. Come down into that, drop the hips into the floor again. And then we'll go up, through. Lock it up. down in, bring it up, push through. Down in, push through. Then we'll do one more. Down in, up, push through. And we'll bring that down. So we're bringing into a seated position. Widen the feet out very slightly from this seated position. So we're going to get into the inner thighs. What I want you to do when you get in this position is pull your chest up so you're sitting tall. So we're sitting in a tall position now. And from here, imagine you've got that big exercise ball in front of you. Pull your toes back towards you from here. So don't be relaxed. The biggest mistake people make when they're doing stretches in these sort of positions is they get into the position and then they relax. And then when they go into these stretches, it's like, it's alright, but I'm not really feeling anything. It's because you've relaxed everything in your body. What you do from here is sit in a position, find a little bit of tension here, pull your toes back towards you, pull yourself into a tall seated position. Now I'm in a better position so that when I go into this reach and stretch, I'm really getting that pull now, the whole way from my calves, inner thighs, through that lower back, upper back from the reach, sit back into a tall position, reach up over the exercise ball, reach forward, the other side of it, pull yourself back in. So don't slouch into your stretch. I want you to reach out of your hips, reach forward out of your hips and then pull back in. So let's go, breathe. Bring it up, reach forward, breathe. Bring it up, reach forward, breathe. Up, reach forward, breathe. Let's go. Last one. So hit through all the way down here. Bring your foot in. So foot into the 90-degree position and then bring the lower leg in straight. So from this position we're going to sit tall. From here, if this is all you can do, if you're really on the floor and everything's pulled in like this here, then you're probably better to sit up onto something. So if you've got a small exercise step, sit up onto that exercise step because that'll straighten the body up into a better position, or do it off a chair if you need. Because all we want to do is get into this slight position here so that when you reach forward, we're getting that stretch. But again, what are we not doing? We're not slouching. We're sitting tall, this hand, small fingers aiming for the toe, and then I'm going to pull and hold that stretch. You can do this similar to what we did with the last one, where you actually reach for the toe, pull back in. If that suits better, do it. But when I do this here, I'm not slouching. I'm not trying to get my chest to my knee, which is the thing that people would have done. I'm trying to extend my hips this way. Bring that up. Just careful of this knee. Change. Knee up. Let that knee fall out. Again, first part of the position is sit tall. Once you sit tall, then small fingers in for that toe, small toe, and then we hold and breathe. But again, I'm always reaching this way. Reach that up, we'll go again, a little bit more. And then we'll bring that up, just bring the knee up, straighten that out. So we're going to bring the foot across the knee, and then we're going to hug this knee with this arm. So my left foot is across my right knee. I'm going to grab my left knee with my right elbow. So it is. So what happens here is I sit tall again, don't slouch, sit tall, and then I'm going to pull this knee over this shoulder. And this is going to get me a good stretch into the left glute from here. So you're sort of twisting yourself up like a pretzel. So this starts the movement. So, and again, I'm pushing my chest this way. You stay tall. And then to finish the movement, I bring the left hand behind me. And then I bring the right arm to the outside of the left knee. And I rotate. I push this knee as I rotate my body. And again, I'm staying tall. And then we change. Bring this foot across. So, right foot comes up. Then bring that across the left knee. In order to start the movement, to get the stretch here, I'm going to bear or headlock my right knee with my left arm, and then I'm going to pull it, sit tall first so you get past your ribs. I'm going to pull it over my left elbow, or left shoulder should I say. So I'm just giving this a pull this way, and then the stretch is coming down through into my glute as I sit tall. And then to extend that, my right hand goes behind me. I keep my chest up, I bring my left elbow to the outside of that knee, and then I rotate. Then bring that back around. Straighten the legs out, just bring yourself back, relax it down. We're moving into the hamstrings. First part of the stretch is the right leg just comes up and holds from there. So what I did there is I pulled my toes back towards my shin on the floor, and then I lifted the leg from the hip. If that's all far you can go, that's it. Don't bend your knee to get in here because you think that your knee needs to be straight, because this is bent now, so you've lost the stretch in your hamstring. Your hamstring crosses the knee, and the calf crosses the knee here, so in order to get that stretch, the leg needs straight. So straighten it on the floor, lift it up, 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 up. If you can get up to that 90-degree position, that's fine. And then keep your toes pulled back towards you the whole way through, because you're going to get that calf, gastrocnemius crosses the knee, you're going to get that pull also. Breathe. And bend the knee back to the floor. Same thing other side. Straighten the left leg. Pull your toes back towards you. Lift, 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 lift. Pull. Breathe. As you breathe, everything you breathe out, relax and pull a little bit more into that stretch. So breathe and relax. Then the left knee, just put it back to the floor in the bent position. So my left knee is bent, my foot's on the floor. I'm going to bring my right foot onto that knee and just push that knee out. So now we're getting into the hip again, round in sort of the TFL here, coming round into the inner groin and inner thigh. So some people this is enough because they would be tight in the hip and just putting pressure on that hip plenty. For others, you can reach through, pull up in. Relax that down, change sides. Right foot on the floor, left foot up, push the knee out. And breathe. So again, we're getting good TFL on the side of the hip here, pulling right through into the groin, a little bit of hamstring, and this as you just push that out and relax into it. And again, you're pushing to the point where you've got resistance against you, but not to the point where the leg starts vibrating. Once you push to the point where the leg starts vibrating and fighting against you, then you've lost the stretch. You're into a fight against your own mobility then, and that's not what we want. We want it that you've got resistance here, but you're still stretching without the body trying to force it back because you've gone too far. And then if you can, reach through, grab, pull. If you can't, just hold that bottom position. Then the knee back to the floor, we'll bring that right onto your side. In order to go into the quad stretch, if you can't grab the foot by just putting it behind you, what I want you to do is bring your knee up to your chest, grab your toe, and then pull yourself back to that straight position. Your quad stretch comes by the knees being together, the body being straight, and then you push your pelvis forward. So I'm pushing my pelvis this way, and then you'll feel that stretch kick in. Same if you're on the floor. Push your pelvis into the floor. If you're on your lying face down doing this. And then release. And then same thing other side, I'll turn over to face the camera so I'm not facing away. So in order to get in the position, I pull my knee forward, grab the toe, knees back together, push your pelvis forward. Breathe. So my knees are touching together, my body's straight, and I'm pushing my pelvis forward to engage that stretch. Relax that. Good. Bring that round. So we're going to bring it up. I'll stay kneeling so you can see. Just reach the hands up and push back. Hands out to the side, push back. So Hands are up and you're pushing the thumbs behind you while pulling the arms out to the side. Round the front, push the shoulders forward, keep a tall spine, so don't slouch down into your straight. Sit tall, push the shoulders forward. Arm across the body, pull that through. Other arm across, pull that through. And then last one, hands behind you, roll the shoulders back, and then push up and over. And relax it. Loosey goosey, feel a little better after that. Simple full body stretch, that took about 30 minutes, so it does, but because you're flowing from the head the whole way down through, and then on the floor you're doing the same thing, you're working sort of in a system through the body. It flows through so it doesn't feel as if you're just sort of 15 seconds here and 15 seconds here and doing this here. So you make it flow through so that you're working full body without really feeling like you're working it, and everything's getting stretched. You'll find during that where you're tighter than other places, so those places might need a little bit more for yourself. After this, you could do another maybe 5 minutes and then. Have a good Saturday, guys. We'll see you all on Monday. Have a good weekend. Thanks for week 1 here, and we will talk to you.